Before we start this video, I just want you to know that I hope you're having the best day of your entire life. That's it. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the show. I am Steven M on your screen again, and thanks for stopping in. And we have a wild ride in store today. Some of the weirdest, strangest, creepiest videos floating around the internet that you've ever seen. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a wild ride. And the one at the end, I saved it till last. I swear to you, is one of the craziest stories I've ever heard in my natural life. Unless you think it's normal for a child just to all of a sudden have entirely different DNA in 2 days, then you will too. We're not gonna mess around. Buckle on up and let's roll that footage. Okay, first thing, I'm gonna play this video. I came across this video and it creeped me the hell out. I did some Googling about it. I can't really find anything about it. I don't know I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's fake. I don't know what it is. It could be from a movie. Someone just, making a creepy video. I'm hoping somebody knows. If you haven't seen this, this is so bizarre. Let's check this out real quick. Content me.
Welcome to the Erratic State Archives, where we delve into the depths of time, space, and the anomalies that defy conventional understanding. Through rigorous research and scientific inquiry, we seek to illuminate the unknown and expand the boundaries of human knowledge. With state-of-the-art facilities, we employ cutting-edge technology and innovative methodologies to uncover hidden truths.
I mean, that looks fake, like AI, really.
Join us on a journey of discovery as we navigate the uncharted territories of existence and unlock the secrets that lie within the fabric of the universe. Until we meet again in our shared pursuit of knowledge and understanding.
This message has been pre-recorded for the purpose of public disclosure in the event that the declassification process for the archives is initiated. Goodbye.
So the Erratic State Archives, is that like another anonymous popping up into like some kind of hacker thing? And it's like, hey, we're about to tell you some stuff, or that's just from a movie? I don't know. It's a creepy video. I mean, some fancy editing. I mean, some of that stuff, that heart thing that they showed, that didn't even look real. But we're at a point where the truth seems stranger than fiction. So it's hard to know what to believe and what not to believe realistically. Is there things creepy like that big heart thing out there? There's probably even weirder. Is that real? Fake? What's the point of it? I don't know. Is it somebody about to just disclose a bunch of crazy things that's a next level hacker? Or is it just somebody horse playing and messing around? I don't know. If you know anything about the Erratic State Archives, I'm a confused bystander. That's for damn sure. I'd like to know what this is all about. Creepy video, that's for sure.
And now this.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
On high alert, expecting flooding. I mean, you look up and down the East Coast, everywhere from Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey.
And obviously I'm playing this because the last video, or the thing that's coming out of, that came out of Antarctica, they say, this big black mass, and now all of a sudden this is happening. I mean, do these things go hand in hand, or, it's been a lot of strange weather lately. A lot of strange weather. Hey, I mean, that climate change, boy, it's getting us.
New Jersey, all the way up to Boston, Massachusetts.
She ain't thrilled about it. Look at her. Oh yeah, there's the thing.
Water rising and flooding on the East Coast.
That thing is huge.
You can even see the waves rippling. So all of a sudden out of nowhere, because I swear the weather wasn't calling for that. Am I crazy? Was the weather been calling for a bunch of flooding and this and that to come up the East Coast before that thing happened? I don't recall that. And I'm telling you, yesterday, I don't remember it was supposed to be, I mean, the weather changes all the time. Let's not be ridiculous. But it was supposed to be nice. I remember it was supposed to be nice, just sun all day. Then all of a sudden, nah, it's supposed to have a storm coming in at night. And boy, it looked crazy. It looked like the sky just changed. Like, okay, let me say it a little different. It looked like a new sky just took over the old sky. Like it was just blue and all nice. And all of a sudden, just this black, low haze come just rolling in. Just taking over the other sky. Like the sky still seemed way up in this. I mean, it was the craziest looking storm. Like you can't even call it a cloud because it was just like a black covering. It's almost like it's like damn near if like you had a convertible and the top was just going up. That's what it looked like. And then just next thing you know, it was winding and storming and lightning but it came in. Another weird part of that, it came in from the west. So if all this has happened on the east, it came from the west. So I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. That's all I'm saying. If you think it's weird, let me know if you think it's weird. Or if it's completely normal and people need to quit overthinking. Could totally be that. It's normal that a humongous black mass thing comes out from Antarctica and then goes up, and all of a sudden there's humongous storms everywhere up the East Coast. If you know why that happens, please fill me in. I don't know. I'm just a confused bystander. Okay, listen, I'm sure you're sick of the eclipse and eclipse videos, but I'm telling you, this is crazy. If you haven't seen this video, I wouldn't even play it if it wasn't mind-blowing, and it's probably the only person that did something like this, so it's probably the only video to exist. I mean, it's worth looking at, or I wouldn't even put it in the video. I'm telling you, check this out, dude. A welding mask.
I don't know why that's happening right now. I'm using a welding mask.
And there's something up to the
What is
side
happening
even.
right now? I'm just putting my phone on the welding mask, so I don't know if it's like electromagnetic energy coming
Even
at
shows
us
you
right
the
now,
mask.
being pulsed. That is so weird.
That is so
Is the
weird.
sun pulsing energy at us?
I mean, I'm not a welding mask expert.
I am so confused.
And that was at totality, 91% it says. I mean, so that's it. Is that not wild? Why would she put that specific mask on? I don't know what the lens, does. I mean, it's gonna dim down, welding sparks and all that. I mean, just those three lights around the sun, whatever that was. Hold up. Whatever. Like, what is that? Like, what would make those three little dots be there and that light off to the side just because it's a welding mask? It was not. Does that make it even weirder that you had to get your state certified eclipse glasses? Don't be out there in a welding mask, because we don't want you seeing something weird. I don't know. That's super bizarre. I'm not saying like, hey, that's something that nefarious, but I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying it's weird. If you know anything about welding masks and you can explain that to me, I'd appreciate your service. That's what I'm saying.
This missing plane landed 37 years later. What was found inside shocked the entire world. The plane took off from New York in 1955 with 57 passengers on board and was supposed to go from Florida to Miami. It was a normal flight for everyone on the plane until something happened that would change their lives forever. Suddenly, the plane disappeared from the radar, and no one in the control room could contact the pilot. It was almost as if the plane had never existed. Then, flight authorities were sent to search for the plane, but they couldn't find it. After months of searching, they never found the plane. For them, the plane had experienced technical problems and had crashed into the ocean, leaving no trace. The airline therefore compensated the families for all the lives lost. The case was thus closed, but on May 21, 1992, 37 years later, Venezuelan air traffic controllers saw something strange appear in the sky. It was the missing plane. When it landed, What the authorities found inside shocked the entire world. Press the plus and comment plane for part 2.
You guys might have heard about this, and we don't got to see part 2. When I first heard this, it blew my mind, and a lot of what I could find was like, yeah, this happened, and it landed, they said, with all skeletons, even like the pilot, like that, there was this unexplained. And hey, maybe it happened, and they were like, we got to sweep this under the rug. I don't know, that'd be insane, clearly, but I don't know. Then I found out, or read, this is a story that came from the Weekly World News. Now, if you're a little bit older, you know what the Weekly World News is. And if you're not, well, let me just tell you, it was this magazine or like a newspaper you'd see like a grocery store, and it said the craziest things ever. And apparently this story came from there, and now someone, they brought it back to life in an age of the internet. It was like, this is a thing that happened. But the Weekly World News was fake news before all the news was fake news, or before we knew it, I suppose. And they would put the craziest stories ever. Like when I was a kid, you go in, Bat Boy. If you remember Bat Boy, here's Bat Boy. I'm like 5 or something. I'm like, oh my God, Bat Boy found in a cave? This half human, half bat, this kid. They made Bat Boy such a thing, and I wasn't really sure Bat Boy wasn't real. They got, Bat Boy was a war hero. Bat Boy was on police chases. Bat Boy, like, and this is tabloids. This is, and this stuff isn't real. Like, why are they even making it? But it's probably what a lot of TikToks now are. People come up with these conspiracies. You could probably go back and go through all the Weekly World News and be like, well, I'm going to make this the thing, because it was like a weekly thing or a monthly thing. And apparently that's where this story came from. Then I got to thinking, what if the Malaysian flight, what is it? The Malaysian flight that went missing, the people that, now this happened in 55 or whatever, started the story, I don't know, came out whenever it came out. They probably have the technology now that people are doing crazy stuff, like people run the world. Hey, let's take that story from that flight from the Weekly World News and make it real. Disappeared a plane. Watch the Malaysian flight pop up. How many years later? Just say 37? 57? Pop up later and just land. Like, oh my God. Because I think that Malaysian flight thing is one of the craziest things that ever happened in my lifetime. Like, with the technology we have, there's no way an entire jumbo jet airliner should just... I do not care. Oh, the ocean's so big, this, that. Dude, they will find somebody on probation absconding 2 countries away in a half an hour if they want to. I'm not hearing a whole damn plane just went missing.
Okay, so here's something freaky that I learned today. During the Queen's funeral, a weird voice was caught saying something.
Whoa, look at her eyeball. I don't think that's what this video is about.
Very creepy, and no one knows what it means or who they are. Take a listen for yourself.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped. As you can see. Well, as you can see here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into...
Like, what does that even mean? The death is irreversible. Well, like, no duh. And the fact that she's trapped, where's she trapped? Trapped where? What do they know that we don't know? Huh?
Huh? That is creepy. I heard that for the first time the other day. What, are we being fooled, or did somebody really say that? What probably happened is she was probably like, listen, they're starting to figure out we're lizards, and I'm sick of playing a 100-year-old character, so caught a flight on Air CERN and got the hell up out of here. I'm going to another dimension. I'm sick of these goofballs. Goodbye. And someone who was behind the whole thing was like, it's irreversible now. We can't bring her back. So we're going to have to play this role of what... I'm making that all up. This is for entertainment purposes only. Maybe. Look at this, this next thing. So maybe they're on to something with this, and this is where she's at. She's thinking about this real hard. She's deep in thought. Dude, I just want to share with you guys something. Do you watch TikToks and all these people just make these videos? They just take some other video and just sit there and point. Bruh. I mean, maybe that's what I do a little bit sometimes. This is the world we live in. That's what we're doing. And these people make like big TikTok pages of doing just. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Who am I to talk? But it's just so weird. I'm not hating. I'm not hating on anybody. Do your thing. It's just weird to me. So, the true glow. Alright, with the point. I started over? No. Okay, so obviously it says right there, true globe of the promised land. So, flat earth's out the window if that's for real. And is that supposed to be the other layers of, or like other dimensions, you know, like there's 12 dimensions or 7, or it depends on who you talk to. You're gonna hear a different answer, but nonetheless, there's theories that there's other dimensions, layers to, I don't know, existence, I suppose. Is that what she's trying to say that is? Maybe that's where old Queenie went. You know, oh, it's irreversible because she decided to vamoose up on out of here. Or the flip side is that is like a Baghdad wind chime and people just overthink everything. There is definitely that because it looks like a very nice wind chime that you could hang outside and probably get a lot of compliments by like the mailman or other visitors. Realistically, I would love to have that as a wind chime or a decoration. Doesn't even got to be outside. It could be inside. Either somebody was super good at crafts in Mesopotamia, or that's the royal globe. Now, I wish I would have played this video first, but here's another person that it was irreversible. It seemed like they were knowing, they were checking out. And I had no idea about this until, like, I don't know, yesterday.
Elvis Presley's scary final performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end is near. I'm sorry for everything. I love you.
Elvis went into his last performance on June 26, 1977, with a crowd of over 20,000 fans. The songs he sang would include his most famous songs.
Wow.
Elvis appeared very overweight and seemed quite winded and unhealthy. Either way, he gave an absolutely amazing show to the fans. The weirdest moment of this performance that confused the crowd is Elvis took a lot of the show to thank his friends and loved ones from his past, including old friends that he hadn't mentioned in years. Before his closing performance, it's almost as if Elvis was trying to tell the world something and was saying goodbye. And it almost felt that he had regretted something. Hours into the night, Elvis would pass away on the toilet.
That's
Here
not the
are
toilet.
the final words Elvis would say to the world.
Sorry, everyone. God bless you all. Good night. I just hope we meet again.
Elvis has left the building.
Is that not bizarre? Because I had no idea. I had no idea. So you can chalk that up to two things. Did he just check out and took a flight on CERN? Which wasn't CERN then, if there was even a thing, or if that is even such a thing, obviously. Did, you know, as a lot of people think, the old Illuminati, the naughty, like, you know what? You sold your soul, but we got to go ahead and get rid of you. Do some celebs or super famous people or whatever, like, you know what, we're taking you out of the public eye and you're just gonna be on an island somewhere and blah 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 blah. Like, I don't know, you know, there's so many theories about what goes on, but he certainly did seem to know. Yeah, I'm out of here, bro, so chuck up a deuce. Wait, that was the whole mystery? That isn't a mystery. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, that's not a mystery. Unless the mystery is why is he still carrying cash? Did I miss something? Please tell me if I missed something. He was in church and he put that money in a collection plate. Now, he's the worst person ever to exist. So let's not get it twisted. Absolute worst. So just know that that's a fact. But I don't think there was much of a mystery what went on there. I mean, it's just my opinion. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. And you go right into this. He looks like he's wearing a damn Texas Chainsaw mask without the scars on it. Hold up. Hold up. Hit play. Let's see if there's more to it. My boy looks lost, I'll tell you that. He looks like the Crypt Keeper with a haircut. Okay, hold up. Go back to that 41. I'm gonna throw the Crypt Keep 41 seconds it was. That looks like I think the makeup guy might have been hungover that day, and they're just like, well, he's fine. Who cares? What's it even matter what he looks like? What's people gonna do? Go on TikTok and make videos saying this looks weird? Who cares? We do what we want. I mean, they're right. I'm not saying that he's the greatest man ever to live. Until an authoritative news source tells you otherwise, this is the greatest man ever to exist in humanity. In humanity. Excuse me. I think it's quite clear. But it looks like he's wearing a mask. And maybe he is. Maybe he's having a rough morning. Like, let me just put on a mask. And even the mask was having a rough morning. So, because he looks like he's wearing a Texas Chainsaw mask. Texas Chainsaw Massacre mask without the scars. So it is a mystery. The first one, I don't know. Donating money at a church is a mystery, I guess. Why he's in church. I don't know who that guy was that sat down beside him. Maybe that's the mystery. Who's that man? Who's the mystery man that sat next to Uncle Donnie in that church? Or was it even a church? Prepare yourself to embark on one of the craziest mysteries I've ever heard in my entire life.
One of the most strangest missing children cases I've ever heard of. Let's talk about it. 3-year-old Riker Webb was reported missing on June of 2022 on a Friday afternoon. And he wandered off and got lost in the Montana wilderness for 2 whole days, y'all. And he did indeed survive those 2 days in the wilderness, surrounded by mountain lions, bears, and freezing temperatures.
Surrounded by? Okay, he wasn't surrounded by. They were in the area, possibly.
All by himself. At 3 years old. And little Riker made shelter in a little shed out there in the wilderness. And he was discovered by a family that was checking on their cabin. And they heard a little boy's voice out back in the shed where they keep their generator. So when they went out back, there he was. Now that's not even the whole weird thing about the situation. This is what Riker looked like before he went missing. And it was only 2 days. This is what Riker looked like when he came back, y'all.
Boom.
Now, I understand the whole concept of being shell-shocked.
That 2 days changed a man. I mean, he was at war out there. This is the Second Reich. You won't be smiling on Rikers Island. It's a Noriega song.
You know, he was out there in some harsh conditions. But this is a different transition, y'all. He literally looked like he aged 2 or 3 years. And that's not...
You ever see that picture of the guy that went to war? I think it's like World War II. I'll put it right here. Here, I'll put it here. It's like, I think it was 4 years though, not 2 days, but he's also like an 18-year-old, and it just looks like he aged about 40 years. That's what happened to little Riker. He's seen some things in those woods. Sasquatch, probably.
That's not even the weirdest part, y'all. Why was he wearing a completely different outfit from when he was first missing? Like, I beg your pardon?
You do not find footy pajamas in the Montana woods. You just don't.
And this isn't a 6-year-old. This is a 3-year-old boy that went missing, y'all. How did a 3-year-old get that far out in the wilderness by himself without getting harmed by any animals? How did he know how to make shelter? I know it's a such thing as instincts, but how? Explain this outfit change. Explain the fit change. Explain it to me. And it gets weirder. So why, when everything's getting situated, they're doing all these exams and blood work and all that, just you make sure he's healthy and stuff like that. Why was it different DNA, y'all? Like, huh? His DNA was not the same. Like, make that make sense. So does that mean that's not Riker? Like, if the DNA is different, that's not him. But people really believe that little Riker was abducted by extraterrestrials. Like, I'm not one of those people that try to be ignorant and just blame everything on supernatural stuff. But how do you explain this, y'all? This either is a doppelganger, a twin, or something else, or he had to be abducted by aliens. How else would a 3-year-old be able to survive in the wilderness, change clothes, pack an outfit, and then change DNA in the course of 2 days? But I don't know this.
And change DNA in the course of 2 days. I don't think it just matters how many days, decades, minutes, years it is. You shouldn't be changing DNA that I know of. I don't. How did you change DNA in 2 days? That's too fast to change DNA. That's the astonishing part.
Whole case is just really weird, y'all.
It is.
So let me know what y'all think happened. Is this Riker? Do y'all think he was abducted by aliens? Like, I would literally love to hear from his family. Like, it's amazing that they got him back, but I don't you can't explain the DNA swap. Like, that's just crazy.
Ain't there a movie like that where like somebody like their kid gets like swapped out for like an evil demon kid version of that? I'm sure there is. I forget right now, and it's he's like a little dickhead. Maybe that's evil Riker. It's like Bitch Stewie, that Family Guy episode where he makes or he went into a different parallel universe, and then the bad one came back. Oh yeah, there was a movie called like The Two Pauls, or I forget. But either way, this is evil Riker. This ain't the good Riker. Change DNA and everything. And the more I think about it, and I'm looking at him here, he kind of looks like Batboy, the new one. The new one looks like Batboy a little bit. That's Batboy Riker right there. I don't know. Tell me what you think. That's one of the wildest things I ever heard. If that's all true, the DNA part, all of that, I didn't look into it. I just took her word for it. She looks like she wouldn't lie, I guess.
Yeah.
No matter how impossible something seems, everything will fall into place just right. Okay. What a positive way to end the video. And also, there's no way that's how they do that every single day, because that would be insane. But either way, hey, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know anything about anything. If you watched the last video and you saw the shirt ideas that I posted, still some feedback on that would be most appreciated. But okay, if you never hit the sub button, please just go down there and hit that sub button. It only takes 2 seconds of your time. If you like the video, hit like on that video down there. And if you didn't like the video, just boom, keep it moving, because I don't want any beef with you. That's all, folks.